Welcome, everybody. So I've actually taken inspiration from a quote. I was listening to a book yesterday and I thought, oh, that's a great quote. And then I realized that I'd actually read the other book that it was quoting it from many years ago. And obviously it stuck with me. Very yogic. So it's from The Little Prince. I'm sure many of you have read it. So Anton de Saint-Exupéry, I think that's how you say his name. So just let your eyes close. And take a deep breath in. Have a sigh out. So I want you to imagine, so I'll use the quote in a minute. I want you to imagine that you can see a candle in the center of your chest. And I want you to imagine that you're going to light it just with the breath. So take a deep breath in and let the breath ignite the connection to that light. And invite the pure light to shine awareness into your life. So here's the quote from Anton de Saint-Exupéry's book, The Little Prince. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly what is essentially invisible to the eyes. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly what is essentially invisible to the eyes. So just making that connection to the light at the heart space. And then I'm going to quote from the Radiant Sutras, so the Vijnana Tantra, which is a lot older, thousands of years older, and it predates written word. So this is verse 126. Abandon all these attitudes of wanting to prolong pleasure and avoid suffering. Let the heart be itself and feel whatever is there. Freed from clinging and avoiding, the heart regains its poise and reveals in creation. Plunging deep into its center, discover that the heart is moved by a pulse that is everywhere. So from that space within you that you've just lit with a candle, it is actually always a light. It's just that we become attached or averse to things and we cling to those things, which is the ego. And we forget that we are something far more beautiful. So just feel that light, and as you inhale, feel it expanding out in all directions to expand beyond the physical body, to touch the sound of nature, to experience what it's like to be a bird, to be an animal, to be the wind, to be the water. And when you sit quietly, you can reach into all things that have been created on the planet, and you can feel them. So just sitting cross-legged, try to keep the eyes closed until we get to standing. Keeping your attention on that light within you. So if cross-legged isn't working, then obviously legs out wide. We're just going to start to turn nice and slowly. So from that heart space, I want you to observe the sensation of this movement on the sit bones and the first chakra. So remember, the first chakra is a deep red color. So if you like to visualize or imagine color, then visualize this area of red energy that's connected down into the earth. And feel it from the heart. So we're always checking back in on the heart, feeling into this center. So you can imagine that each of the centers are the equivalent of about 7 years of our life in terms of the sort of memory that it stores on a basic level. So it holds other memories as well from other experiences, but the energy here is very much about those first 7 years where we need the security of family, nurture. And in many people, that wasn't available. So just being aware, observing from the heart space, the story that's there. And recognize from the heart space that we can let go of the stories. We can acknowledge that they maybe happen, but we can let go of the stories, because when you keep the stories looping in the body's energy field, it keeps that level of insecurity alive. So just observing the story from the heart space, but letting it go. And actually just giving your body permission to let go, and that it's safe to let go, because you will support it yourself. Good, let's change directions. Observing from the light at the heart space. Just observing the thoughts that may be coming up as we just take our time with this movement. We feel that connection. So just remembering those words, plunging deep into the center of the heart, and discover that the heart is moved by a pulse that is everywhere. And just noticing the memories that arise, and some of them might be really lovely memories, some of them might be not so great, and actually just let go. Because sometimes when we cling to really lovely memories as well, they can become an attachment. So we're constantly seeking that same lovely experience, and then that in itself becomes an addiction. So just let go of the attachments, the aversions, let them go. And just be in that present moment with the heart and the breath. Good, come back to center. And let's move forwards and back. So we're starting to rock the second and third chakra, sort of like a wave of energy starting to clear those areas. So 7 to 14 in that sacral area, so the sexual development, but also the development of creativity and memories around that. And again, letting go of both the attachments and the aversions, and just being the observer at the heart space. And start to use a nice strong exhalation here. So the tummy squeezes inwards into the energetic, into the emotions that have been stored in the visceral area and the sexual area, and just releasing. Being the observer. Noticing that the heart is moved by that pulse that is connected everywhere. So we are, when we have attachments and aversions, which of course we all have because we're in a human vehicle, and that's one of its things that it likes to have, the attachment to chocolate or certain types of films or different habits. You know, there's lots of things we attach ourselves to. We attach ourselves to people, memories of people, experiences. We can even attach ourselves to yoga practice, meditation. And each time we do, we just need to let it go. And the same with the aversions, just letting them go. So we believe that we have past, present, and future. And in reality, it exists all in the same moment. So it can be powerful when we hold on to the past and we project ourselves into the future. Holding on to the past can hold us in depressive cycles, and holding on to the future can keep us in anxiety. So just noticing that you might have those patterns, not all the time, but sometimes, and noticing them. Just observing them and moving yourself into the present moment, the experience of the breath, the body. Good, come back to center. Now bring yourself deep into the heart space. Bring the hands to the shoulders, fingers facing forwards. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. So those lower three chakras are the denser energies. If you think about light and how white light is refracted and it can change into that beautiful rainbow color, we are exactly the same. So the light that is inside of us comes in as pure white light through the crown of the head, and then it refracts downwards. So the higher chakras have a higher frequency, the lower chakras are much denser, and they keep us anchored into the earth plane, which of course we need because we're in a physical, biological vehicle. So you've got earth, chakra 1, water, chakra 2, fire, chakra 3, and then you've got the heart space, which is governed by air. And this is the intermediary. This is the door that talks to the lower chakras and the higher chakras. And none of them are superior than the others. Actually, we need to learn to align them. So we're going to work with an alignment practice today. So the heart chakra is the air element, which we would not exist on this planet if it wasn't for the oxygen. And the plants and all the insects that pollinate our food. Back to center. Bring the elbows together, take a deep breath in. Have a sigh out. We bring the hands to the floor, feeling that connection to the earth. Inhale, sweep one arm up. As you exhale, go over. You can bring the hand behind the head if that's easier for the body. Let's just breathe into the side of the heart space. And discover that the heart is moved by a pulse that is everywhere. Can you touch into other beings? Come back up. Inhale, sweep the other arm up. Exhale, feel into the heart space, feel it projecting outwards in the side that is stretching. See if you can project your awareness outwards. Come all the way back up. Bring the hands behind you as if you're sort of leaning into a sun lounger. Lift the gaze. Breathe into the heart space. Be aware of projecting your awareness outwards from the body, upwards to the sky. Lovely, come back up. And then come forwards. Take your attention to the back of the heart space. Project your awareness upwards. Be aware of the back of the neck. And as you hold this forward position, I want you, as well as projecting your attention upwards, I want you to project your attention downwards to the earth. But be deep in the center of the heart, feeling into everything, feeling into the earth, into the rivers, the seas, into the beings that inhabit the planet, as well as ourselves. Just feeling deep outwards from the heart. And as you let go of the attachments and the aversions, the heart regains its poise, its connection to all that is the source of our creation and planet Earth. So we're not separate. And when the heart becomes open, freed from the attachments and the aversions, it cherishes all that is in creation. Lovely. Slowly come up. Release the legs. Oh. Give the feet a little bit of a circle. We can stretch out the legs using a staged down dog. So we're going to start in more or less a tiny little puppy phase. So as you inhale, lift the gaze, and as you exhale, literally just lift the knees. And just have a little bit of a bounce. It might be that you're not as low as me, and that's absolutely fine. That maybe you start a little bit higher up and then lower. Yeah, now we're going to go a little bit higher. So lift from the sit bone. Now keep the thighs attached to the belly. Keep the thighs on the belly. Good, now start to heel out nice and slowly. So one knee is bent and the thigh still attached to the belly. Exhale. Good, now I want you to add in the foot. So make sure that you're nice and low. So you've got one thigh attached to the belly. And as that thigh attaches to the belly, you're going to roll it forwards. So you stretch the front of the ankle. Then you exhale. It's rolling over the toes towards the front of the ankle. So you get that release of the fascia that runs all the way around the body and through the body and holds so much emotion, which is rooted in attachments and aversions. Good. Let's drop the knees. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, push back into swan. Now stretch the arms out. Become aware of the spinal columns. So the Sushumna Nadi, the central channel where this light that comes in drops into. And then it brings life into the physical body, the spiritual life. Feel it come down through the crown of the head to the throat, and it starts to change its color. So it's like a beautiful golden color, and then it comes to the third eye, and it becomes violet, then blue at the throat, green at the heart, yellow near the navel, the fire center of our power, down towards Swadhisthana, which is an orange color, and then finally Muladhara in the very base of the body, governing the legs, deep red. Good. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the gaze into cobra. Exhale, push back into down dog. So we're going to go really slowly. Be aware of that beautiful column of color in your spine. Inhale, back into cat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale. Good. Holding down dog. Let's walk the hands towards the feet. Soften the knees. Slowly roll up. Exhale. Lovely. So we're just going to work diagonally into the heart space. We're going to modify up. So go to the side. Exhale. Do you want to open the rest of that door at the back? Just push the bar. You bring the hands to the shoulders. Lift the elbows. So you go deep into that heart space. Extend one arm. Take it deeper if you want to. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Push the palms to the ceiling. Take another breath in. Come right to the front of the mat. Another breath. Exhale, squeeze the elbows down. And as you do that, lift the heart space. Imagine that light that you lit earlier is shining out. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale, bring the hands all the way up. You're going to be aware that this point here, where the palms of the hands are touching in the center, is where the higher self is. Going to bring it down to the third eye, to the throat, to the heart. Let it come all the way. So it's just leaving a trail inside the body towards the soles of the feet. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, step back and drop the knees, take the toes back. Be aware of the spinal column. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, just lower, bring the hands back. Inhale. So be aware of this central point at the heart space where the arms are moving around, creating this arc of awareness. See if you can get it to go more or less all the way around. So work out where they are when the head's down, and can you get them to that point when the head's up? So you're creating this field of inner vision from the heart space. Good, we're going to touch the earth, step back into down dog. Heel out the feet again. Good, let's drop the knees, do a sweep through or a press down, whatever works for you, into cobra. Exhale, down dog. Step through on the right leg. This time we'll come up into warrior one. Exhale the hands down this time. We're going to use the Tibetan gesture. So right hand on the frontal hip bone, left hand into diamond fist where the thumb touches the ring finger at the base. Make a fist, opening. And I want you to imagine that this action is a lasso. It's an energetic lasso. And we are removing our attachments and our aversions that hold the heart space in delusion. That's one. Good. Now just turn slightly so the body's to the left. So you're in a warrior two. And bring the hands into this one, which is called, it's like a protection mudra, which protects the heart space. It's Tibetan. It's like the rock one. Okay. So cross the hands at the heart space. We're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale with a, as if you're pushing out that energy that's trapped the heart space. So do it again. Breathe in. Push it away. Free up the heart. Once more. Hold. And the same way that we drew a circle around us in the lunge, we're going to do it side to side. So as you inhale, one arm up, one arm down, keep the hand in the mudra, go as far over as you can, drawing this big field of protection. Exhale, it go the other way. Inhale. Exhale. Just feel yourself really reaching out from the heart space. Good. Last one. Hands come to the earth. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, step through. Inhale, drop the bottom, raise the arms, either just in line with the shoulders or up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Once more. Good, come all the way up. Be aware of the higher self. Exhale down. Bring your attention through the chakras to the heart space. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, elbows down, lift the heart. Inhale. Exhale. All the way up. Higher self, bring it through the body, let it fill the whole of the body. Bring its awareness down. Step back on the left leg, drop the knee, take the toes back. Inhale, nice big circle with the arms. Exhale, can you complete the circle behind you? Inhale, view from the heart space. Good, touch the earth, step back, down dog. Healing out the feet. Good. Drop the knees, sweep through or just press down. Exhale, down dog. Step through on the left leg. Back heel is down, sweep up warrior one. Exhale, So now we bring the left hand to the frontal hip bow, right hand into diamond fist, big lasso. Clear the heart space of all those things you're holding on to and all the things that you're fearful of. Lovely. I'm going to turn this way so you can follow the next one. So again, I think it's called Slayer Mudra actually. Cross the arms. You ready? So you're clearing out that energy field. Take a breath in. Good. Now make a nice big shiny ball to live inside. Inhale. Exhale. And start to really move the arms now. So maybe you bend at the elbows a little bit and you've got that. The light at the heart space is radiating out from the fingers. Good. Touch the earth as you exhale. Take a breath in. Exhale, step forwards. Inhale, Utkatasana. So you drop the bottom, raise the arms. Exhale, forwards. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Come all the way up. Reach up into the higher self. Feel it come down into your awareness. Let's connect to the light at the heart space. Be aware of the experience of feeling into everything. Lovely. Open the eyes. So I'm going to use the earth sequence. Okay, so turn the mats to face the same way as mine. We're going to do 3 rounds building up awareness. Okay. So hands to the heart space. So on the 3rd round, so the first round we'll just do a normal breath and we'll work in the sequence and that feeling into it. The 2nd round we're going to add in the Soham mantra, which is the mantra of the breath. So you hear it from here and here. And then the 3rd round, we're going to add in Ujjayi Pranayama if you're comfortable with it. Okay. Diamond Mudra. Breathe in, sweep the arms all the way up. Breathe out. Put the fingers interlace. Breathe in. Feel your attention coming to the heart space. And as you exhale, it pushes down into the earth. And as you inhale from the heart space, you're reaching up into the sky or to the higher self. And then exhaling again. Back into the earth. Step wide. Inhale, awareness of the heart. Exhale, awareness of connection to the earth. Inhale, awareness to that connection to all that is. Exhale. Good turning. Inhale. Exhale. Be aware of sensing out from the heart. Step back. Half a round. Diamond Mudra. Inhale. Experience from the center of the body, from the heart space. Turning. So now we're going to add in Soham. So remember, the Soham mantra means I am that. And eventually what happens when you work with it on a regular basis is it switches to Ham So, which means that I am. And when that happens, the awareness inside of you awakens to its true identity. Okay, so breathing in So, which is I, and exhaling Hum, that has no name. Inhale, So, exhale, Hum. And let's just really slow it down so we just luxuriate with the breath. So hum. I am that. That I am. Really hear the breath and be aware of hearing it, not just through the senses, but through the heart space. So we're filtering from the heart space. Diamond Mudra. Same. So hum. Nice deep squat to the earth. Know that you are the earth as well. Because the earth is part of I am that. Keep hearing the mantra. Hands back. to the thatness, the particle of infinity, which is just part of everything else. So I'm going to add in ujjayi breath. There is contraindication with ujjayi. So if you have long-term depression or any other conditions that are related to mental illness, then just continue with the Soham instead. So ujjayi is very internalizing. It is an amazing breath, but it shouldn't be like, sometimes it's called the Darth Vader breath, which is the modern word. So Darth Vader is the Dark Lord of Star Wars. And actually it's way too loud. So you contract the glottis. So when the breath naturally comes in, the throat feels really normal, feels quite open. When you use ujjayi, you get hopefully you'll be able to hear this at home. So I'm going to amplify the breath and then I'm going to ask you to turn down the volume. So the ujjayi, really loud, is way too loud because you could hear that in the back of the room. Yeah. So you should just be able to hear it yourself if ujjayi is properly done. And it really helps the nervous system regulate itself and it brings us up into higher states of consciousness. Okay, so we're going to add it in if you want to. If it makes you feel uncomfortable, leave it out, because what it also does is it can hide things that need to be cleared. So deep-rooted emotions that maybe haven't been dealt with yet. So regulate it yourself. So we're going to add in Soham with the ujjayi if you want to use the ujjayi. So Daman Mudra. And then the harm. If you're using the ujjayi, you'll notice that the breath is much slower. It's a bit like regulating it with bee breath. Let's hear the sound Soham. I am that I am. Be aware of your connection to everything. And although we might feel separate because we're in this vehicle, we aren't. Turning. So you feel the breath much more in the throat when you're using ujjayi. So hum. Notice that at this point you may be much more aware that you are the observer, or sometimes it's called the witness. So you're observing the experience of the biological vehicle. One more half round. Notice if it has a tendency, the vehicle, to rush. Notice that There may be moments when it rushes, and then you can relate those moments of rush where the mind has lost focus. Let the hands rest back at the heart space. And with the eyes closed, notice the perception of the skin to sound. Be aware of expanding your awareness into everything. So here we can hear the birds. Can you expand your awareness into the bird, to what it's like to be a bird? Maybe you're at home and the dog's near you or the cat. Can you expand your awareness into that being and recognize that we're all connected? Maybe you're expanding into a tree. Bring yourself down to the floor. Comfortable sitting position. So you can always use a chair if you need to. So I'm going to teach you a sequence to balance the chakras. It's an energy sequence. So if you haven't done a lot of energy work, then to start with, it might just be more visualizing than feeling. So just rubbing the hands. Close the eyes and bring them to prayer position just in front of the heart space. We're not going to touch the body, but we're actually in our energy field. So we're going to take a deep breath in. And then exhale for a little bit longer than you're breathing in. And do that twice more. So just dropping into that relaxation response. Lovely. Now on the next inhale, we're going to reach up above the head to the higher self, this big ball of energy. And as we exhale, we're going to bring it forwards, all the way forwards into our energy field, all the way down and through the body. Golden energy. Hands back to the heart. Take a deep breath in, reach up to the higher self. Spread it out around you. Back to the heart, breathe in, go back up to the higher self. Take it behind you, best as you can. Bring the hands in front of the heart space, but not touching. And visualize green circuits of energy spiraling like a vortex in the hands. And simply breathe, connecting to the energy of the heart space. So the palms of the hands are both facing the heart space. So we're not in prayer. And just breathing with your attention at the energy of the heart space. So the seat of our soul, particle of infinity, whatever you want to call it, our light. And we're going to balance all of the chakras through the heart space, because remember, the heart space is the filter. So sense into that energy that's looping from the center of the chest through the arms to the hands. Keep the left hand at the heart and bring the right hand down in line with the pubic bone. Don't touch, but just have it near the pubic bone. So this is Muladhara, the deep red chakra. Now imagine this beautiful red vibrant energy swirling like a vortex. And as you breathe with your attention at the heart space, bring it into alignment. So that's an intuitive process. So it's not a thinking process, it's a feeling process. And use the visualization, your imagination, to visualize this beautiful swirling vortex of red energy. And you're manipulating it through the right hand, and the right hand is communicating with the heart space and the left hand. The heart space is pure, unconditional love. So you're holding yourself in this field of divine energy. Good, bring the hand back to the heart, just regulate. Green energy, unconditional love. Good, right hand up to just above the top of the head. Crown chakra. Imagine a beautiful swirling multi-disc of rainbow type colors that are crystalline. Root it through the heart space. Feel it coming into balance intuitively with the heart. Good, lower the right hand again. Bring it back to the heart. Feel to the heart. And don't worry if you think, I'm not really feeling much. It's okay, because it takes time to tune. It's like finding a radio station that you don't know the tuning frequency of. So just work with it. Try not to think, try to feel. We've been programmed for centuries to not feel, to push away our emotions. Just feel into everything. Good, now let the right hand lower to just in front, just below the belly button. So to the sacral center, our creative energy center. Imagine this one is really amazing orange color. Let the vortex stir with the breath. Feel it communicating with the heart space, bringing it into alignment with unconditional love for yourself. When we move into the sacral chakra, sometimes we get memories of when we were younger, a bit wilder, perhaps. Releasing any guilt, letting it all go, and just filter it through the heart space with unconditional love for yourself. Without judgment, without criticism, just unconditional love. Hand back to the heart space. Just retune in. Take the right hand up just in front of the third eye. Good. Now, if you're quite new to energy sensing, then you might find that you just want to move the hands forwards and back a little bit at the front of the third eye, and you'll find that there is a point where you can feel it because there's a slight shift in awareness. So remember, we're not trying to analyze, we're feeling. This is a beautiful iridescent violet color. And this is our sixth sense, our intuition center, our ability to feel, route it through the heart space. So essentially, we're rerouting our program that has been rooted through centuries of programming, making us believe that we're separate, which holds us in fear. And we're not separate. We're all connected. Feel that connection to everybody, to everything. Feel it through the heart space. Notice maybe the heart space is getting quite hot. Maybe it's tingling. Could bring the hand back down, just realign again. Feel the unconditional love for yourself at the heart space. Bring the hand down now, the right hand just in front of the solar plexus, which is just below the heart space. The power center. This is a beautiful yellow like the sun. And this is our individual sun that harnesses the power that's needed for the physical vehicle. So it's like the engine. But it also harnesses the power of our personal power. So there may have been times in your life when that was taken away from you. And just as you push in this beautiful golden iridescent vortex of unconditional love, call back your power. Say it mentally to yourself. I call back my power. Come back to the heart space, almost there. Notice if you're losing focus, just observe it. Try to bring the focus back to the heart space, this beautiful iridescent green energy. We're coming up now to the throat, the first spiritual chakra. So the heart chakra is the filter. It's the place of the soul. And we speak our truth through the throat. Iridescent blue energy. Be aware of times when perhaps you weren't able to speak your truth. Maybe you swallowed your truth. And let this beautiful blue iridescent swirling vortex align with the heart. Be aware of any memories that surface and just let them go with the swirling blue energy. So when we let them go, it's not that we forget the story. We just don't need to tell it anymore. Because when we keep the stories alive, we hold the energy that's denser in our systems. And it keeps us in the loop of pattern. Good, bring the hand back to the heart space. Good, now keep the right hand in front of you and drop the left to the thigh. And I want you to start to draw a circle right to left around the heart. Right, left. Build up the speed. Keep breathing. Feeling that energy center expanding. Good, now extend the right hand out, push it out. So you're reaching out beyond the physical body and beyond the Dwadishanta. So remember, that's the 12 points at which the energy field resonates. And we're reaching out. So we touch other people's energy field. We can touch into all that is. Good, bring the hands back to the heart space. Now bring the hands down to the side. So we're going to fold up our energy field that's come out from the higher self. So you can imagine it's like a big ball of energy, and we're just going to crumple it into a smaller ball. So as you inhale, pull up. So you pulled it down to start with. Imagine it's here, just give it a bit of a squish. Crumple it in. Yeah. And then we're coming from the back and the front. Inhale. Crumple it. Squish it. Go, okay, we're there now. And then we're going to put it all into our physical body. So take a deep breath in. Push down into the head. Let it come all the way over the face, the neck. Stroke the whole body, through the arms, the hands, front, side, back, all the way down. So you're filling yourself with the light of your higher self, which becomes your guide throughout the day. And bring the hands back to the heart space. Abandon all these attitudes of wanting to prolong pleasure and avoid suffering. Let the heart be itself and feel whatever is there. Freed from clinging and avoiding, the heart regains its poise and revels in creation. It's my dyslexia. Plunging deep into its center, discover that the heart is moved by a pulse that is everywhere. Holiness permeates everywhere. Senses cannot grasp it. Images cannot represent it. It is totally free. Free to appear as form, free to be beyond form. Heart and body and mind in union. Attend to the unimaginable. In the intercourse of unknowable and known, an awakening will be born in you as you join with the reality which you already are. And namaste.